Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we'll be going over the questions from week 17 of the Weekly Faith Project. Although it's really week 4, we chose to kind of tackle the questions from week 17 this week. And the question that I will be reflecting on is this. Just as a potter leaves fingerprints on the clay, God has left his fingerprints all over his creation. Where do you most see the fingerprints of God? And when I first read this question and thought about it, I didn't even really think about it. My answer sticks out to me immediately in that I see God's fingerprints most in the beauty of nature, kind of undisturbed by man. So I most see God's fingerprints in like mountains and oceans and landscapes, and in Mother Nature, and sunshine and rain and snow. For me, that answer jumped out, and I think it's kind of a common theme for a lot of people, in that people really see God's creation in kind of the undisturbed aspect of nature, kind of before man. But when I really kind of thought about it more, I wanted to think of kind of like a specific place or a specific thing where I find God's fingerprints most. And when I was trying to pinpoint this place, it was a lot harder. But ultimately, I think if I had to pick one specific place or thing where I see God's fingerprints the most, for me it would be like kind of hiking trails, and like parks. And I think for me, this is my answer because of the serenity that comes with the beauty that is just natural hiking trails and parks, and the beauty of the trees and the dirt trails and rocks. But I really think that the serenity and just the sound of birds chirping and just the calmness that being on a trail and being in a park brings, to me, it really represents God's peace and God's love and God's courage to us. And so that is where, if I had to pick one place, one thing where I see God's fingerprints most, I think it would be like parks and trails, because of the serenity aspect, and also because animals are a really important part of my life. I'm really dedicated to animal welfare and love for animals and just appreciation for animals. And that's also a really big part of where I see God's fingerprints in the creation of so many beautiful species and animals. And it's also where I see a lot of God's love. And seeing like in parks and trails, so many different beautiful birds and deer and squirrels, and animals, that kind of helps me kind of pinpoint that area too, because not only is there the beauty and serenity of nature itself in like trees and grass and plants, but also in his creation of animals. So if that was the one place to pinpoint, that would be it. But overall, I really see God's fingerprints most in his natural creation of the beauty of nature, undisturbed by man, and within animal species and the human species and human connection and love. But for me, I think it's so important to find God in every single thing. And that's something I strive and challenge myself to do every day, is to find God in everything and everyone, because his hand is in the creation of absolutely everything. So yeah, I'm going to pass it on to Bobby now for his reflection. Thanks.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Weekly Faith Project. This week I will be reflecting on the second journal prompt, and this is what it says. Read Psalm 19, verses 1 to 4. What words do the heavens speak to you? And to start off, I'm going to read verse 19 to you. And this is what Psalm 19 says. It says, "The heavens declare the glory of God. The firmament proclaims the work of his hands. Day unto day pours forth speech. Night unto night whispers knowledge. There is no speech, no words. Their voice is not heard." And through these next few minutes, I want you to really reflect upon the question, what words do the heavens speak to you? And to start off, I wanted to reflect upon the psalm, okay? It starts off by saying, the heavens declare the glory of God, okay? And that means is just that all the angels and saints and everybody in heaven, they're always praising and worshiping God up there, okay? Just like we do every single day. We thank him and praise him for his works, his hands, and like it says here, the works of his hands. So just like Erin was talking about how God's fingerprints are over all of the earth and all of creation in your daily lives, right? They praise him and worship him just like we do, right? And we thank him for all that, okay? And the next thing that I wanted to get at and how it ties more closely into the question, right, is the idea of these next couple of lines, okay? It says, day unto day pours forth speech, night unto night whispers knowledge, okay? So the heavens, each day, they proclaim and speak to us, right? To us individually. And night unto night, they whisper knowledge, okay? They say, it says here, there is no speech, no words, which just means that, thinking about it, they don't talk to us. Like, you can hear me right now, you can hear your family and friends talking to you each day, but they don't speak to you like that, okay? They speak to your hearts. They talk to you on an inner level, okay? On a spiritual level, right? They want you to listen to them and listen to God, okay? They want you to open your hearts, okay? Which is what I was getting at here for the question, and I'm going to read it again. What words do the heavens speak to you, okay? What words do the heavens speak to you? Each day, God and the heavens are talking to you and trying to whisper to you in the depths of your heart. But are you listening? And I struggle with this every time that I try to sit down in the quiet and quiet myself in the busyness of our days, right? And just listen. That's what I try to do, is just listen. And it's really hard. It really is. Because we can just go each day. And the heavens and God speak to you each day through that, whether it's in a simple act, a kind act, or if it's in the quietness. So I'm going to end this by challenging you. This week, take 10 or 15 minutes each day, or pick a day, and just sit there. Whether you want to take Tuesday or Thursday and journal with our journal prompts coming up, or you want to sit and read for a little bit, but I want you to take and set aside 10 minutes, just 10 minutes, to just sit in the quiet and sit quietly in one of your favorite places and listen to God and listen to the heavens. Open your heart. Ask them to open your heart. Ask God to touch you and listen to him. Enjoy your week, and God bless.